today's class was about shifting from the physical effort of the body, where we feel the legs, the arms, the spine, the trunk working together, to energetic effort. Letting the breath make the physical effort sustainable. Because it really isn't. If we're just focusing on putting all our physical strength, but not softening into it, not breathing into the body, then it's not. We won't get to power, which is what the core truly brings in our lives, personal power. So you feel the tone, you feel the strength, and then the breath, the energetic effort will get you to move into that space of strength. So when you are into that space of strength, with control, with integrity, with softness, then you're in a place that is generating energy, that gives you energy, that powers you, and you feel it. We were working on the breath more so than the anatomical body. As I told you last time, there are 4 phases of the breath. There's the inhale, where you're opening up space. There's the pause after the inhale. You stay with that space. You feel that aliveness, that vibrancy, that there's an excitement of anticipation. Oh, what am I going to do now? And then you exhale. And when you exhale, what we normally do is we tend to collapse. That was very descriptive. We tend to collapse. Avoid collapsing into the exhale. The exhale is about releasing into that tone, and you release by softening into it, by keeping the space open, and by slowing the exhale down. And I was talking about that in last week's flow class. You slow it down, you soften the exhale, and then you come peacefully to the pause at the end of the exhale. And that pause has a lot of experiences to it. It's a very rich pause. It can be a pause of stillness. It can be a pause of stillness, inner stillness. It's like the body and the breath and the mind literally merge. So they're together, and it's not that they're not moving, because there's constant energy is constantly in motion, but it's that moment of unity. So it's like the eye of the storm. It's exactly like the eye of the storm. The storm's constantly moving around the eye, but the eye is still. So that's what that pause at the end of the exhale feels like. Again, there might be different experiences to it, but I would describe it like that. So there might be stillness in it. There might be clarity in it. There might be a sense of unity. Again, it's because you're releasing into that tone. Anatomically speaking, you are activating the deeper levels of your core. You're activating your diaphragm, the breathing muscle. You're keeping the pelvic floor engaged. All the 7 layers of the abdominals are working to control that softening into the exhale, because you're not collapsing into it. So you are working harder anatomically, but because of the softness, the step-by-step control, the slowing down, it's generating energy. You are riding you're riding that wave of life force that you brought in. So you're not defeating it or letting it defeat you. You are actually going with it. You're flowing with it. It's the inner flow of the breath. So that pause at the end of the exhale is great when you do intense core work, and it's the true energetic access to the core, which is the seat of your personal power. You're there when you're in your core, when you're in your center. You are in one place. So whatever happens in the physical practice, that's where you power it from. And because it's from that one place, it works. It's the body working in unity. It's the body working integrally. And we did balancing poses. We did twists. We did inversions. I was constantly cueing the different parts of the body and the breath. But at one point in the practice, I was thinking to myself, I don't think I have to say that, because I know you guys are doing it. It would be impossible if you come to that pause, if you come to that energetic center, in your center of gravity. So the physical center is active, the energetic center is active. It would be impossible for you guys to do something wrong or not to work at your full potential. It's as simple as that. So instead of checking 20 cues, are my feet in the right place? Am I pressing through this? Am I lifting through this? Am I doing this? You are just in that one place. You have the center of gravity, you have the tone, and you're breathing into it and softening into it. So you stay there, and the body will do the natural thing. And the body's always, it's like it knows what it's here for. It's not here to laze around. It loves the energy. It loves the tone. It loves the strength. That's why we feel so good after doing yoga. And by sticking to the slowing down of the breath and the constant checking in with your center being there, you don't have to worry about alignment. You don't have to worry about toning the right parts. Everything will come together there, and from there the power will radiate. So it takes discipline to get there, to stay there, to be there constantly, but then you've got everything else sorted. It's simple, it's achievable, but it is intense. It is intense. Like my body was super shaking, and I do a lot of both, trust me. So I find it absolutely amazing to see how these classes, step by step, take me to different places in my practice. And that's after, I've been doing yoga for 6 years, and I've done loads of poses, but every single class brings me to a different level of intensity, or a part of the body, or the part of the energy, tapping into the energy body that I haven't seen before. It's absolutely wonderful. So that's what we worked on today. It's coming into that pause, coming into our energetic center, powering the core energetically, not just physically. And again, I'm using the word power because that's where the personal power comes from. So we worked on all the types of poses. We moved from the center in standing, triangle, forward fold, back bends, bridge, headstand inversions, supports, balancing poses, warrior three. The half warrior three was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. Hand to toes, all the poses. And if you go back and you see this explanation, and you do the class again, and you layer this, the center of gravity and the energetic center. Again, it's repeating the discipline that it takes. In life, being in one place is being here right now, seeing everything that goes on. It's giving yourself, and I don't have to tell you about the benefits of the pause. Everybody says it. It's so well promoted these days. Take a moment of pause, and it's all about coming into your center, noticing what's happening, taking a moment to as I'm doing now, to realize what you're going to say next. What's the next step? What was the previous step? What's this step? So in this moment, in that moment of pause, you see everything. You feel everything. You let yourself know everything. So it's a great mental space as well to take off the mat. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week with one more practical theme for the core. Thank you so much.